Good morning everyone. I am Reymark Gregorio from Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering 1B. So in this video, I'm going to explain the voters' education here in the Philippines. So this discussion includes the following: the brief history of election in the Philippines, the significance of one's vote, the electoral process, and duties and responsibilities of public servants and the citizen voters. So let's begin. The right of suffrage. The human right to vote is embodied in three instruments: the Universal Declaration of Human Rights or the UDHR, the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and in the 1987, the Philippine Constitution. The Philippines is governed by these three documents which similarly mandate universality of the right, equality in access to public service, and secrecy of votes. The people's right to suffrage is the foundation of the electoral process. If people are not allowed to vote freely, then the whole process of elections becomes absurd and superfluous. Here are the qualifications and disqualifications of a voter. All citizens of the Philippines 18 years of age or over and residents of the Philippines for 1 year and for at least 6 months in the city or municipality wherein he or she proposes to vote immediately preceding the election are qualified to vote. The following shall be disqualified from voting. A. Any person who has been sentenced by final judgment to suffer imprisonment for not less than 1 year. However, he or she may reacquire the right to vote upon expiration of 5 years after service of sentence. B. Any person who has been adjudged by final judgment by competent court or tribunal of having committed any crime involving disloyalty to the duly constituted government, such as rebellion, sedition, violation of the anti-subversion and firearms laws, or any crime against national security, unless restored of his or her fell civil and political rights in accordance with law, provided that he or she shall regain his right to vote automatically upon expiration of 5 years after service of sentence. C. Insane or incompetent persons as declared by competent authority. In addition, the Republic Act 9189 of the Overseas Absentee Voting Law entities all Filipino citizens overseas not otherwise disqualified by law, and immigrants and permanent residents of affidavit of intent to resume residence in the Philippines to vote for elective positions on the national level, president, vice president, senators, and party list representatives. Action points for citizens voters. A. General includes set up voters assistance desks, link volunteers to existing groups working on different aspects of electoral reform, and FAQs on full automation. B. The pre-elections. Engage in preparatory activities that would enable him or her to exercise the right of suffrage and the right to an informed and free choice. The first is register during the period allotted for voter registration. Be informed of the issues, platforms, and personalities of the political candidates. Set specific guidelines in choosing government leaders in terms of candidates' social affiliation and interest, competence, lifestyle, and performance records. Conduct or participate in public debates that would inform citizens and gain the commitment of the candidates to integrate foremost the interest and welfare of the citizens in their program of government. This process can be used to remind and hold the elected leaders accountable to the promises made during the campaign. During the elections, exercise vigilance and the right to vote. First, vote according to your conscience. Second, practice vigilance by protecting the integrity of your own vote from any undue influence, volunteering in organizations that work for clean and peaceful elections, watching out for instances of cheating in the elections, and informing the rest of the electorate of such activities. And post-elections, Practice continued vigilance and participate in governance. Number 1. Be vigilant in the counting and canvassing of votes. Another arena of participation is open to the citizen voter once the candidates they have voted for assume office. Third, participate in local governance through development planning on the barangay level, consultations and public hearings, representation in local special bodies. Fourth, aside from direct exercise of legislative power through the system of initiative and referendum, citizen voter can participate in legislating laws through legislative advocacy, a process of engaging with the legislature and other governmental and social institutions to ensure that the concern and welfare of the general electorate be articulated in the deliberation of bills and other legislative measures as well as in the final versions of laws. Fifth is the citizen voter can also engage in the political and electoral process in other ways such as A. Running for office, B. Supporting or campaigning for a political party, candidate or party list group, C. Supporting initiatives to civil society organizations to ensure honest and peaceful elections, and D. Making views known to the elected representatives. So that's all my presentation. Thank you.